allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
School City of Whiting mission, School City of Whiting in partnership with our community empowers students to pursue high quality, personalized educational pathways and grow as responsible lifelong learners who respect and value differences. Roll call.
TJ Toth.
Here.
Chris Davenport.
Here.
Dan Herbst. Here. Tom Ehrlich.
Here.
Rena Mendez.
Here. There are no public comments, so move on to project and secondary preliminary determination hearing. The next item on the agenda is for the board to hold a project and preliminary hearing on a proposed project. If you are interested in speaking and here at the hearing, please make sure you have signed the sign sheet at the back of the room, which should include your name and address. After a presentation by the administration and its advisors, there will be an opportunity for the public to make comments about the project. At the hearing, we will ask that each person limit their comments to 3 minutes and that the topic be limited to the proposed project under consideration. The notice of this preliminary determination hearing was published as legally required. The first preliminary determination hearing was held on May 13, 2026. At this time, I would like to ask the school attorney to explain the purpose of this hearing.
Pursuant to Indiana Code 20-26-7-37, before a school corporation may spend more than $1 million to build, repair, or alter a school building that will be financed by a lease or bonds, it must hold a public hearing at which explanations of the potential value of the project to the school corporation and community are given. Similarly, pursuant to Indiana Code 6-1.1-20-3.5, a school corporation must hold 2 public hearings and adopt a resolution to preliminarily determine to issue bonds or enter a lease for a project which has a total project cost in excess of a non-controlled project, or if the school corporation has a debt service fund tax rate above a certain amount. These public hearings and the adoption of resolutions are the very beginning of the legal process. These resolutions establish the maximum financial terms for the proposed project.
We will now hear from Superintendent Berta about the process of determining and communicating the project to the community and the need for the project.
Thank you, President. So back on May 26th, I presented it. I just want to pull this slide back up as like a history of School City of Whiting. As you can see, the middle school, the high school, and the primary buildings have not been touched for 42 years as far as renovations go. I know the middle school had some stuff done because of the roof collapsing recently. But there's still a lot of improvement that needs to happen in the middle school area. And then it's been over 30 years for Nathan Hale. And again, you know, the School City of Whiting's done a great job maintaining things year to year as we've been moving forward. But now it's really a time to make some major renovations, not just for now, but for 10, 15, 20 years from now, so we can continue to offer a high quality education for our students. So that's all for me.
Thank you. We will now hear from Stifel, Nicholas and Company Incorporated, our underwriter, about how the proposed project will be financed, as well as information about the effect on the typical property taxpayer.
Good evening, Luke Brigham with Stifel. It's good to see everyone again. These are the exact same slides we walked through last week. The only difference is the numbers that are on the last slide will be set forth in resolution in front of you tonight. We start with the first slide. This is a little bit different than some of our prior bond issues, as we expect this to go to a capital referendum, so there are no outstanding obligations that would be paid from this fund. This would be a new fund set aside to specifically fund this project. With this, we split this up into 2 series of bonds. The first one being in 2027 for $16,175,000. That's illustrated there in blue. In green would be the remainder. 2028 bonds for $23,130,000. We expect the levy for this to be just over $3 million to about $3,035,000, which calculates to a exempt debt service rate between 37 and 41 cents. That's illustrated there on the yellow line. What makes up that $39.3 million that we illustrated before? That's broken down between the 2 series in the table in the top right, and then also in the pie chart on the left-hand side. We know that these amounts between the bond issues may change. We continue to fine tune this with the construction team, but ultimately, we expect about $38,610,000 would be used for hard and soft project costs. And the cost of issuance would be approximately $695,000 total between the two bond issuances. Those two make up the $39.3 million. So what does that mean for a taxpayer? So for the median home, that I'm gonna focus on that's in bold there, but you also see we have estimated impacts for different home values ranging from $150,000 to $350,000. For a median home, the annual impact is between $367 and $396 annually, and that calculates to a monthly impact of $31 or to $33. And the last slide is again the legal parameters that we walked through in the last slide. These are maximum parameters. We can always come down from these numbers, but once they are set, we cannot go above them. So we covered the first three rows there on a couple slides ago. Again, the borrowing amount for $39,305,000. We have the estimated interest rates there. The maximum term per bond issuance is 20 years. The maximum total interest cost of $28,810,000. The maximum annual payment of $3.5 million. And then finally, the estimated tax rate of 41 cents. We estimate that to be between 37 and 41 cents, as was shown on the prior slide. But again, want to be conservative early on in these parameters. A couple other ratios down there at the bottom that will be set forth in the resolution, again, that we walked through last time. I'm happy to answer any questions from the administration or the board that you may have about the financing of this.
Thank you. So now we'll open the public hearing. Remember, if you'd like to speak, please sign in. We have nobody signed in, correct? So the project resolution is required when the school is planning to spend more than $1 million per building. It contains the estimated hard and soft construction costs and the cost of issuance and establishes the total project cost. It also contains the estimated tax impact. Could I have a motion and a second to adopt this project resolution?
Make motion.
Second.
Motion by Chris, second by Patty. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The preliminary determination resolution required when a school is planning to finance more than a certain amount for a given facility. It contains a total project cost, maximum annual payment, and lease terms and other financial terms such as an estimated principal amount and tax impact. Could I have a motion and a second to adopt the preliminary determination resolution?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Tom, second by Raymond. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The next resolution is reimbursement resolution relating to the financing of the construction project. This resolution permits the school corporation to reimburse itself from bond proceeds for any cash which it might spend on the project prior to the closing on the bonds. If it is required by federal law or federal tax law in order to preserve the school corporation's ability to reimburse itself. Do I have a motion and a second to adopt the reimbursement resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Rita, second by Chris. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Do this one, this is the last one. Number 5.
Approval renewal of referendum tax levy resolution. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Tom, second by Patty. Any comments, questions, concerns? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Somebody go through them. Okay, we gotta do the second, is this new project resolution?
Approval of project resolution. Do I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Motion by Patty, second by Tom. Any comments, questions, or concerns?
Yeah. You've already voted on
Did he?
You've already voted on the three that you need to for the project hearing. The project,
So you did project resolution.
There you go.
you did the project preliminary termination reimbursement.
Yep, and then we did the referendum tax levy too, right?
Mhm.
Okay, we're good.
Three,
Yeah, we're good.
four,
Yeah.
five.
Yeah, we're good.
Any public oral comments are limited to 3 minutes. Do I have any comments? Motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Patty, second by Tom. Any comments? Meeting adjourned.